What in the world, boss? Your boy Big Low Country. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We just come back, chill out with the family, chill out with the coaching staff. I hope everybody doing good. Hump day. Y'all already know what I say, man. After lunch on hump day, it's all downhill from there. It's all downhill. After lunch on hump day, you good to go. You good to go. So, hope everybody doing good, man. We finna chop it up. You know, finna do a little bit of NFL draft talk. Just do sports talk in general. Y'all know how we do. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy that loves to sit around and talk about sports. And you know, make sure that you join in the conversation. You know, if you like this or you enjoying this at all, this is my message in the bottom to anybody that come back to watch this later. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Do a country boy a favor and hit that subscribe button. And, you know, we'll definitely enjoy it, because what we do here on the coaching staff, we just kind of chop it up, and you know, we put our heads together and we just kind of learn everything, and you know, just try to make a collaborative effort to get better over time. That's what we do. That's what we do. So look, man, fact of the matter is that after this whole draft situation that's gone down, this trade that the San Francisco 49ers did last week, everything's kind of went all haywire. Everything done went crazy, Bo. I don't know what to say was going on. It looked crazy like Big Low did when he had Afro, because I couldn't keep that thing calm for nothing. But, you know, the question is that, you know, we can't go based off of the combine this year, because, you know, COVID happened, and COVID kind of struck everybody in a negative way. But moving forward, these pro days are going to tell a lot. They're either going to tell you the truth of what's going on, or, you know, sometimes, you know, pro days with nerves and, you know, the circumstances that present themselves. Sometimes we see that, you know, it's one of those cases where it don't really pop off like that. So we gonna kind of see what we got going on. I got everybody coming on in and chilling out with us. What's going on, man? Hope everybody doing good. Trey Parrish, yo, what in the world, Bo? Trey Parrish, he beat Ronnie. Oh man, what's going on, Kaden? I see you in here, family. Much love to you. B, what it do, Bo? Y'all already know OG finna come on here and do a little bit of that talking. Finna talk to him. Hope everybody's doing good on a Wednesday night. What in the world, Zeke? I see you, Bo. I see you. Coach Ronnie picking on old Trey, said he's finally on time. Says she guess monkeys do fall out of trees sometimes. Oh man. So y'all, we talking about this whole the pro day situation, and you know who's kind of going to go where. And you know what we do? We just do sports talk here. Now, after this trade went down, you know, last week with the 49ers trading back, it tells us a few things. Now, one thing that it tells us is that I legitimately think that the Dolphins are all in on Tua Tagovailoa. You know, I definitely think that's what, you know, that's one of those cases. And let's see here. I got some more people chilling out with us. Coach Daniel, what's going on, Coach Daniel? Hope you're doing good, Bo. Hope you're doing good from Ireland. Coach Cater said, y'all pray for his dad. He said he has COVID. Oh, man. Well, look, man, we'll definitely make sure that we keep him in our prayers, man, and we hope he gets better. Tell him, make sure he stays well hydrated, and, you know, we'll definitely keep him in our prayers, man. Definitely. Now, look, y'all might be getting a I don't know what kind of version you're going to be getting from Coach Lowe. The reason I tell you that, I ain't ate nothing. Y'all, so I don't know what kind of version y'all going to be getting from Coach Lowe. Definitely. Corey Harris, what in the world, man? What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Yeah, definitely. We sorry to hear about your dad, Caden. We hope he's resting, and we definitely hope that he's taking care of himself, man. Definitely. Coach Trey said, Roni can't. Oh, nah, Roni, she cooked now. She cooked. She like cooked that day. So I gotta figure something out. It's Fend. Look, a lot of times we do Fend for Yourself Fridays, but it looks like it's Fend for Yourself Wednesday. I'm gonna have to go in here and see if I can whip something up. Now, look, y'all know the Big Love be cooking. I be throwing down, but you know at 8:07 on a Wednesday night, I just do not feel like firing the grill up. Oh man. Definitely. Coach Ezekiel said his birthday is tomorrow early. Can you get an early shout out? He hopes that the Falcons trade down. How old are you turning, Zeke? How old are you turning? Coach Russ said your birthday's on April Fool's Day. Man. Oh man, what? Coach Trey said he got a squirrel in the cooler. So I'm gonna have to come down there, pick that old squirrel up, see what we can do. I'm pretty sure you knocked it down with that old 22 that you got. But look, we're gonna go ahead and get down, talk about this old NFL draft and see what's popping off now. So first of all, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on out there. Within the first 8 picks, at least 4 quarterbacks are going to be gone from this NFL draft. At least 4 quarterbacks are going to be gone from this draft. Now, we know that Trevor Lawrence is gone. We know that Zach Wilson is going to be gone. And by the way, I want to let everybody in the comments know, I definitely appreciate all those comments that y'all put in from that last video that we did as far as Justin Fields might not be going to the 49ers. But those comments that y'all put in there, man, they were very, very insightful, and they made me do a lot. They made me do a lot of thinking. I ain't finna lie to you. They made me do a lot of thinking. Now, Zach Wilson, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be going to the Jets. And the question is, and especially the question after this pro day, because I had people hit me up in my Twitter saying, look at you, Big Low. Oh, Mac Jones, he ain't look good in pro day. Like, wait a minute, what in the world? Like, what in the world, bro? Wait a minute. They playing football in March. What in the world? Everybody like, look at you, Big Low. See, Justin Fields, he a better athlete. Nah, the boo-boo. I'm like, come on now. What in the world? Come on. Don't be like that. Coach Tracy eating that rice and gravy tonight. Now, y'all make sure that y'all let me know in the comments what y'all munching on tonight, because Big Low might have to come by and eat dinner with you. Just make sure that you have enough of me. I'm from the country, so I don't use forks. I use spoons with everything. We don't like to pick. We like to shuffle. So, y'all make sure that y'all let me know what y'all munching on tonight. Devon, what's going on, man? I hope you're doing good. Much love to you, Asia Green. I hope you got that homework done. Definitely hope that you got that homework done. Now, Trey Parrish, he said that Fields is his guy, honestly. So I want to ask you this question here, Trey. Now, and this is the question to everybody else that's in the chat right now. If, and y'all know if we're a fifth, we'd all be drunk. If the Falcons can't find a trade partner and they don't trade down. Okay, Zeke said he's 22. So if the Falcons couldn't find a trade partner and they trade down, is it going to be one of those situations where, because we're trying to figure out after these pro days, because did Justin Fields give himself a little bit more clout when this popped off? So moving forward, if they can't find that trade partner, is it going to be one of those cases where these guys say, well, look, man, Justin Fields, he's right here. We didn't even know he was going to be here. I know this happened to all y'all before. Y'all went to the store, wasn't expecting to buy much, and then you see them shoes they're normally $120 on sale for $86 or $89. You be like, man, I mean, it's right here. I might as well get it at a value. At least that's what my wife says all the time. Whenever she goes out and buy something, she'll be like, oh, I mean, it was on sale. I had to get it. I'm like, what? No, you didn't. I'm like, no, you didn't. You didn't have to do that. Oh, man. Oh, Zeke said he had some baby back ribs and tater salad. Okay. All right. Nothing wrong with that. But my question to y'all is, if that was the case, what would you do? What would you do? Would you go ahead and get Justin Fields? Because, that's the question of this whole conversation. The whole conversation is after these pro days, because we seen, I don't know if y'all know, but we seen that Arthur Smith, Terry Fontenot, they was down there in Florida, down there at Kyle Pitts' pro day. Now, look, we know that you can't put everything into that. Everybody got to do their due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Everybody saying that Kyle Pitts, everybody saying that he's looking like the second coming of Uncle Shan. Now, I don't know if that's the case. We only going to see. Everybody, they said the same thing about David Njoku. David Njoku came to the NFL, and I mean, he kind of dudded out. So it's like, do you want to go that high for a guy who they say might be a generational talent? And that's not the case. That's not the case. So I mean, it's just one of those things. What you decide to do. Caden, he's saying that Pitts, he's a talent that you can't pass up on. That you can't do it. Now, my homeboy Brandon, he been hitting me up on Facebook, on YouTube, the last month and a half. And one thing that I learned about Brandon and my homeboy Jewel Bell is them boys love the neckish. Brandon loves the neckish. Brandon loved the neckish. Brandon loved the neckish because the neckish makes Brandon feel good. Brandon always get naked for Joe Bell. They always get naked for Justin Fields. And look, I know that, it's one of those cases where people saying he's a generational talent too. And after this pro day came, when was that? What was the pro day? Yesterday, Coach Ronnie? Justin Fields. Yeah. So after his pro day, now we seen the video. He ran 4.40 before his pro day, but then he got to the pro day and he's out there looking good, pointing the shoulder, making throws. Or when there's only two guys on the field, just him and the other guy, they're doing their thing. Same thing Jamarcus Russell did. I ain't put that out there to throw no shade. Yes, I did. But fact of the matter is that he was looking good. Now he was looking good. Ivan said that he has some airport chicken. I ain't never heard of the airport chicken, Coach Ronald. You ever heard of that? Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with airport chicken. But thing is that, and then on the other side of the spectrum, we got Mac Jones over here. We seen what he done in the game. He won the national championships and everything. Let's be honest now. My homeboy Terry Artis 4-4, he'll tell you himself, Alabama defense didn't look like an Alabama defense. It didn't look like one of their defenses has in the past. Alabama came out, them boys were looking like they was running track meets out there. It was all about putting points up this past year for Alabama. I mean, let's be honest. Asia said she ain't eating dinner. That sounds like me, Asia. I'm gonna have to go to Zeke house or somebody else. Or go to Coach Trey house to see if I can get that squirrel out the coop. But yeah, it's just one of those things where, we just gotta make sure that we keep everything in mind. We don't want to be like Brandon. We don't want to be like Brandon and Coach Jewel and fill up a baby pool full of baby oil. You know what I'm saying? And be dancing to Cardi B in it. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we keep everything inside their mind. And because let's be honest, guys, the most important thing that we have to keep in mind, that we have to take into consideration before this draft, is what did these guys do on the field when there were 21 other people on the field. Simple and plain, cut and dry, case closed. That's all it is. That's all it is to it, mother. At the end of the day, what did they do whenever the game was actually happening? Anybody could go out there and look pretty in some shorts. Anybody could do it. You know? I mean, fact of the matter is that, look, I went folding for the first time. I was out there throwing zingers, boy. For everybody that don't know, folding is a combination of football and bowling. I was throwing footballs at bowling pins, and I was throwing zingers, boy. I was, people. As a matter of fact, somebody came over and asked for my autograph. I was throwing the ball so pretty. Somebody came over there and said, "Hey, excuse me, sir, are you a quarterback or are you a backup quarterback somewhere?" I'm like, no, sir, no. I just, I can't. I'm just out here just stretching it out and warming it up a little bit. But that's what I'm saying. Anybody could look good, when it comes to coming in and just throwing the ball at practice. Just two people on the field, you and somebody else. It's all about what you do, making those adjustments in the game, relaying that information, processing that information quickly, and making the right decision with the ball and delivering that ball accurately under pressure. That's a completely different story. Because if that was the case, Tom Brady would have been drafted in the first round. Right or wrong. If we would have taken all that into consideration, because if you ever get a chance to watch Tom Brady's college film, his college film looks good too. And I don't like giving credit to Tom Brady. Let's be honest now. Joel Bell said that Pitts talked to the Falcons twice. They're probably going to draft him. I know that hurts you. Joel. I know that hurts you, man. Go ahead and put the baby pool up. Go ahead and put the baby pool up, Joel. And look, we can't read into this, man. We can't read into this all kind of ways, because you might just be in one of those cases where you just thinking about, okay, well, whenever they talk to them twice, they just want to cover all their bases. I do it all the time at work. I'm talking to a client. I want to know all the information. Sometimes I forget to ask them something, call them back, ask them something again, or ask them something else. I mean, it's just one of those things, Homeboy Gabe Cortez, he's asking, he said, well, who are the Jets taking? I think it's pretty cut and dry. The 49ers were trying to trade up with the Jets, and I forgot who made this point. Somebody made this point in my comments whenever I put my last video up, but they said that because I was comparing Mac Jones to Zach Wilson, and they said, well, look, Coach Lowe, and I'm going to be, I'm going to be honest with you. I might have been wrong in this situation. When they brought it up, I said, you know what, you make a good point. But they said, look, Coach Lowe, let's be honest now. Let's think about this thing. Mac Jones, he's more of a robot like Matt Ryan. He's going to do what you tell him to do. He's smart. He processes information very quickly. He's accurate. Very good mechanics. Zach Wilson, he's a gunslinger. He's like a Baker Mayfield. He's going to take his shots and all that. So Pedro Whiteside said it. Coach Pedro Whiteside said it. Definitely. Pedro Whiteside said, look, man, so, we can't really compare Mac Jones to Zach Wilson. He said, at the end of the day, will the guy who's the robot, like a Mac Jones, win games for you? Only time will tell, bro. Because if that's the case, I don't know what Trent Dilfer was. Trent Dilfer wasn't a robot. He was a Matchbox car. We making comparisons. But Trent Dilfer won the Super Bowl because it was all about the situation that we were in. Boomer the Falcon said, when are we doing another mock draft on this channel to all the other coaches? Oh, what in the world? Y'all talk about doing another mock draft? Man, I'm gonna have to see everybody in the comments. Y'all let me know when y'all want to try to do that. But Gabe Cortez, I think that the Jets are going to take Zach Wilson. I think they're going to take Zach Wilson. Now, Brandon saying that he think that the Jets are going to take Justin Fields. I don't know. I know about 3 or 4 slots back from us, the Carolina Panthers are somewhere holding their breath, hoping that, one of these guys falls, because I think that, I think that Trey Lance is kind of the odd man out in this situation. And the reason why I say this is because we know that the Carolina Panthers have been throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, at the Houston Texans, trying to get Deshaun Watson, before these allegations came out. I don't know what's going on now. I don't know. But before these allegations came out, we know that they've been trying to get him. Now, moving forward, we also know that they were trying to trade up. Now, my homeboys at Keep Pounding, the Panthers fans over there on YouTube, they were talking about it, and they were saying that, look, we want Justin Fields, but we'll take Trey Lance. If I'm Trey Lance, I'm like, no, you'll just take me? Nah, I want to be wanted. But anyway, they're like, we'll take Trey Lance. Trey Lance, Cam Newton 2.0, is that too much to say? Now, the only thing is, the kid only played one game. He only played one game last year. So we don't, and then that game, he kind of struggled. He ain't look all there. So there's too many ifs in that situation for me, Bo. I ain't finna lie to you. ATM, what in the world, Bo? I see you in here. ATM, that's my Twitter buddy. He be chopping it up with me on Twitter all the time, man. Much love to you, Bo. He said, but from what's reported, Kyle Pitts is the only prospect. They had 3 interviews with the Falcons. Kyle Pitts is going to have another one soon, too. Wow. I just thought it was 2. I didn't know there was a 3rd one in here. Man, boy, they have another interview with Kyle Pitts, man. They're going to be officially dating, ain't they? They're going to be like in that weird space whenever he comes to eat dinner with the family. Like, they're going to have to be careful about how they, say that, Kyle Pitts is their friend. He's going to be like, friend? Just a friend? Nah, yeah, hey, you got a point there. Cole on the Sticks. What in the world, Bo? Y'all make sure y'all check my homeboy Cole on the Sticks out. He be doing this thing over there on YouTube, NCAA football, doing this thing. Much love to you, Bo. Much love to you. Pantera said Pitts would be 4. That would be nice. Fairley, Surtain, Parsons at 9th with extra picks in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 1st next year. Fills a lot of holes on a holy team, too. that is definitely true. That is definitely true. Zeke says, drafting a quarterback this early sometimes don't pan out really. I think of only 2 or 3 maybe starters. And that's that's kind of the point that I've been making, man. If we look at like all the guys who've been going to Super Bowls and winning Super Bowls here recently, you think about let's be honest, the numbers are kind of skewed because Tom Brady, has just been dominating all these Super Bowls. He's been in, 60% of them, 70% of them for the last 15 years. But, Tom Brady, and then, just consider the players, the players that played against Tom Brady that just made it to the Super Bowl. So this past Super Bowl, you got Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, he went 10th. Russell Wilson, he wasn't the top, lottery blue chip draft pick. There's a lot of guys out there. Joe Flacco, he went pretty early. Joey Flacco, he went pretty early. But we just go back over history there. There's a lot of guys who just weren't the top guy. They weren't the guy who just came in and just completely changed the whole, the whole span of the league, the whole span of that team. Oh, Zeke asked me, he said, how do I feel about us having 17 games this season? I'm upset. And the reason why I'm upset is because I really want that last game to be a home game. I feel cheated. I want that last game to be a home game, man. Look, I done paid for my tickets. I done paid for my season tickets. So yeah, man. But it's cool. And the reason why I say that is because Devon Stanford talking about the Falcons and Kyle Pitts are having relations. But the reason why I say that is because it's really a good thing for the Falcons, because if they are a brink on the edge team as far as going to the playoffs next year, it's legitimately one of those cases, guys, where we think about it, where look, that's an extra game that can help put them over the edge, or it could break them too. But we get an extra week of football at the end of the day, so I love it, because y'all remember how depressed I was after the football season ended. I hated it, Ooh. Now look here. I tell y'all all the time what's in my cup is in my cup. Y'all see it. It might be water and it might be moonshine, but see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. Oh, man. Triple G, what's going on with your family? Ain't seen you in a minute, Mo. I hope that you're doing good. Triple G says, told you these fans were going to get naked. What's the announced Falcons GM, coaches, and coordinators were going to Justin Fields' pro day. Wow, Triple G. Wow. Much love to my homeboy Troy Aikman that's in here chilling out with us, man. I see you in here, Troy. I ain't seen you in a minute, Bo. I hope you doing good. Huh? Oh, yeah, Troy. Yeah, he did just get a new job. Congrats on the new job, Troy. Much love to you, man. Much love to you. Definitely. Michael Walker. What in the world, Bo? What's good with you? Man. The Troy Aikman, look, Troy, look. I want to let you know something. We got children in the stream, so you can't get naked on here, Troy. We got children in here. You can't get naked. Oh man, definitely. Now, Jewel Bell, he says that everybody in the draft is a toss-up. Kyle Pitts is the safest pick, and he will be a superstar. I won't be surprised if they draft him. So I'm thinking that you're talking about the Falcons. Now, look, I mean, if we're talking about it, talking about locks and safest picks, I mean, Penei Sewell, I think that he might be the safest pick, if I'm not mistaken. And everybody else, make sure that you put it in the chat. I want everybody to put in the chat, who do you think the safest pick is in this NFL draft? I just want to know what everybody's thinking. But me personally, I think Penei Sewell is the safest pick in this NFL draft. Now, is it one of those cases where if someone needs him or someone doesn't need him, they take him anyway? It's just one of those situations. I mean, because look, for example, the Falcons. Let's say the Falcons, for example, they have Jake Matthews and they have Caleb McGarry. Now, I'm still kind of iffy on Caleb McGarry. I think he should be a guard. Be completely honest with you, he don't got the kind of footwork to be playing on the outside like that, to be dealing like the people like the Khalil Macks and the couple years ago Von Millers and guys like that. But just moving forward, I think he'll be a good guard. So is it one of those cases where, and a few people put in their votes, Boomer the Falcon, he says Sewell. Troy Aikman said the kid from Oregon. Everybody's saying Sewell. But so is it one of those cases where the Falcons, even if, it's one of those cases where they kind of don't need him? They don't need a tackle? Do they just go and get him because he's the safe? Because in my mind, he's the safest bet for me. Troy said he ain't give up a sack last year. You're right, Ivan. I mean, Cam Jordan, he ate up McGarry. Tony Wright, what in the world, bro? What in the world? What's going on with your family? Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. Coach Tony Wright in here chilling out with us. Tony, need you to answer a question for me. Tell me how you feeling. Let me know what you thinking. Who is the safest pick in this draft? Out of all the players, including Trevor Lawrence, because is it just me or Trevor Lawrence? It's like the draft does not even start. Like the draft is starting after Trevor Lawrence. But y'all let me know, and this is not just for Tony, this is for everybody else. Who do y'all think the safest pick in this draft is? Do y'all think it's Trevor Lawrence? Do y'all think it's Sewell? I know Drew Bell thinks it's Justin Fields, but who do you think the safest? Blitz says, don't pass on a Hall of Fame player or a 15-year player to fill a need. Ooh. I mean, you got a point. I guess it's one of those cases. Look, Arthur Smith, your boy Fontenot said they're taking the BPA, best player available. So if they're taking the best player available, it seems like they would take Sewell. Or are they just giving us smoke and mirrors? It's just one of those situations where they're just kind of telling us what we want to hear. Just trying to get us fired up, in the words of Dan Quinn. Oh man. Tony Wright said Caleb McGarry ate up Cam Jordan in New Orleans in 2019 and pancaked him. Oh man. Hey, I completely agree with you, Tony. We definitely need to trade it down. But what happens if it's one of those cases where you can't find a trade partner? You got to make a move. Jewel Bell said that Pitts is the safest guy. I mean, so at the point that you're at right now, because I honestly believe that when it comes to being a GM / coach, / team builder, you have to get to a certain point before you just start taking the best players available. You got to make sure that you pay all your bills before you can go out and party. Before you go to the club, you got to make sure you pay that car insurance. It's the same thing with building a roster. Am I right or wrong? So if I can't get to the quarterback, why do I draft someone on my team to protect other people from getting to my quarterback? You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like what Blitz is saying. I mean, if we got a chance to get this Hall of Fame guy, why just get this guy who's just kind of okay to fill a need? I mean, look, it's like we say all the time. Players come and go. me and my assistant commissioner in the League of Champions, we say it all the time. Players come and go. League of Champions is forever. It's the same thing with any NFL team. But I will tell you this right here, though. Be completely honest with you. Tony Wright, he agrees with me. I will tell you this right here, though. Be completely honest with you. I think Sewell's going to the Bengals. If anything, if anybody needs Sewell, the Bengals need Sewell. It's a perfect fit. And he could definitely be a good player there for years to come. I think that the Bengals could potentially be the Golden State Warriors of the NFL. Am I wrong for saying that? Y'all ain't finna get too mad at me if I say that. If I think the Bengals could be the Golden State Warriors of the NFL. And the reason I say this is because let's say 10 years ago, 12 years ago, Golden State Warriors were just terrible. Nobody really gave the Warriors any respect until, since Rick Barry, nobody gave the Warriors respect ever since they were the San Francisco Warriors. Then all of a sudden, they were trade your boy Steph Curry and Monte Ellis was having this whole this power struggle. They let Monte Ellis go. He faded to oblivion. Steph Curry took off like a rocket. Next thing you know, championship. Shoot the three, turn around. Now everybody getting naked for the Warriors. Everybody getting naked for the Warriors. Nobody never gave the Warriors the time of day. Now everybody getting naked for the Warriors. I think that might be the same case with the Bengals one day. Because it all starts with your quarterback. I tell y'all, if you ain't got no quarterback, you ain't got nothing unless you just got a legendary coach and just a very, very, very good defense. Very good defense. Blitz said Curry to the Lakers. Book it. Let's get it, GA. What in the world, Bo? What's going on with your fam? Hope you doing good, man. Look, to show y'all how much I keep tabs on everybody on the coaching staff, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know. And look, I ain't trying to tell all your business and everything. But I'm hoping that you made it back from vacation. Hope you made it back safe and sound. Much love to you. Let's get it, GA, man. Much love to you, fam. Much love to you. But so Ivan, he says that there's no such things as too many linemen, coach. Slater won't be bad either, to be honest. But our defense has been so weak for so long, we could use more picks to spend on the defense. Trade back, please. I completely agree with you. Ain't no need in putting rims on the old hoop. There ain't no need in putting rims on that don't if the air conditioning don't work. Why do it? Triple G said, Adam Schefter said the Falcons had a deal worked out to trade spots with the 49ers, but the Snake Shanahan bailed on us for the Dolphins. You lied. You lied. Oh, man. Troy Aikman said Falcons would draft Michael Parsons from Penn State. Well, you know what? Once again, the coaching staff coming to me, talking to me, Coach Wallace Smith. He's not in here right now, but I know Coach Wallace Smith is going to be watching this later. And he said, look, Coach, I understand you think Parsons is the dude. But just imagine, he said, if we trade back and we go out and we get our, next thing you know, he's somebody who's basically plays the same position, everything, as Michael Parsons, and he's just as talented, and you can legitimately trade back to get him. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those situations where, and now Coach Wallace got me sitting here watching film. I'm sitting here watching film like it's the King Kong Godzilla movie. Like, man, you know what? He might be right. Now I'm sitting here like, man, you know what? Good. Look, if anybody comes to me with any takes, y'all know that I keep an open mind. Anybody comes to me with any takes, I'm going to legitimately check it out. I ain't going to dismiss you now. So I'm thinking that why he might be that dude. He might be that dude. Will he be the Tatua Mariner to the Takk McKinley? We don't know. It all depends on how it falls, man. It all depends on how it falls. Tony Wright says Sewell is going to Cincy. They have left tackle Jonah Williams from Alabama. Their 2019 first-round draft pick, second overall. They're moving him to right guard and put Sewell next to him. And they just re-signed Quentin Spain. And that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, Tony Wright. Sewell's going to the Bengals. And the fact of the matter is that if it's one of those cases where they're trying to figure out if they think somebody else might take them, they're going to move up to get them because they think that they got that guy in Joe Burrow. They think Joe Burrow's that dude. So whenever you think you got that dude on your squad, You got to make sure you protect them. You know, think about the Bengals. When the last time the Bengals had a legitimate quarterback? I mean, Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton was a really good quarterback. But ever since your boy Carson Palmer, whenever they was making deep, they were right there a few times. Carson Palmer got hurt in the playoff game and everything. But when's the last time they had that dude who could seriously be considered the top 5 quarterback? When you do get a chance to get that dude, what did Life Jennings say in that song? You hold on to him. What's going on, Coach Ash from Black Girl Interrupted? Y'all make sure that y'all show Coach Ashley some love, man. Much love to you, Coach Ash. I hope you're doing good. You stay strong, sister. Tony Wright said, look, man, we could trade back, get extra picks to draft defensive help, and get a first rounder next year. That's what I'm saying. You do opportunistic trading. Whenever you do opportunistic trading like that, because you're going to look at somebody and you say, man, you know what? They might suck next year. Let me trade with him. He believes in himself, but you don't believe in him. So you be like, man, you know what? Let me go ahead and trade with him, see if I can hit this come up. So if you think about this now. So let's say we traded with the Denver Broncos. I don't know if that's going to happen. Now, we do know that it's one of those cases where GMs, they like to trade outside of the conference because they don't want nothing to come back to bite them. So let's say they trade. Let's legitimately say that they trade with the Broncos. They trade with the Broncos. Broncos go, I don't know, 4-13 next year, because remember there's 17 games. So they go 4-13 next year. We in good position, and we got that extra pick. We just traded down just a couple spots, and we got some more picks in this year's draft, and we probably could get a top 5 pick next year. So it's just one of those things. And look, everybody agree with me. Troy Aikman, who beat Boomer Esiason a lot, back in the day, said that the last legitimate quarterback that the Bengals had was Boomer Esiason. Tony Wright, he agrees. Your boy, Joe Burrow, is that dude. He's that dude. Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert, these dudes are going to be killing this league for years to come. The same thing. Who was that? Johnny Manziel. Let's wreck this league. Like, these guys are going to legitimately do it. They're going to go out and they're going to wreck this league. Definitely. Look. Y'all need y'all to do a country boy a favor. If y'all like this stream, if you learned anything that you didn't know before, if I made you smile, I made you laugh once, made you feel good, or you just think I'm a nice guy, make sure you do a country boy a favor and hit that like button. Also, if this is your first time chilling out with me, second, third, fourth, fifth time, and you hadn't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate it. You do that, I'll dance at your wedding one day. Oh, man. Michael Walker said, yeah, we can trade with Drew Lock. He'll bump a G's on the sideline. Talk about meeting people at the Checkers. Nah, he didn't say meet me at the Checkers. But he was bumping Jesus. For all my trappers out there, y'all know what I mean when I say meet me at the Checkers. Oh, man. Oh, this is a good question right here. I got our family, Mr. Daniel Connor from Ireland. He says, so Low, would you rather have a top cornerback or a top edge rusher? In this draft, I think that the top edge rushers, they're not these sexy names that everybody's talking about. They're not the Russos or, Micah Parsons, depending on what team he's with and what position they put him in. I don't think he might. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say that I don't think he could be a top guy, but I think that the top guy is going to be somewhere, that second to third round range. The Twymans, the Aways. There are a lot of good guys out there who I think are flying under the radar, and the reason why they're flying under the radar is because of COVID. Let's be honest. It's one of those situations where they were planning to come out, just ball out this year, and a lot of games got canceled. A lot of people kind of sit the season out because they didn't want to risk it, and it really affected things. So this is the league this is the season right here where they're really going to be some big sleepers taken in this draft, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Definitely. Oh man, got my homeboy in here, Reggie Reds. What's going on, Reds? I see you in here, man. Definitely, but yeah, to answer that question, Coach Daniel, I think I would go with a cornerback in this draft. I think so. Definitely. Maurice Amy says, I say this year cornerback. I think there's better corners in this draft. The second year and third year, there's not much difference in the first, second, and third rounders. That is true. That year that Isaiah Oliver came out of the draft, we could definitely tell the difference. Between the top guys and the second tier guys, you can tell the difference. So yeah, I think I got to ride with the cornerbacks. I definitely think I do. Now, Zach Wilson, we know that's a foregone conclusion. He's my favorite quarterback in the draft. As a matter of fact, I haven't asked y'all this question. Man, I don't know if I should put this. Man, should I put this out there? Should I put this into the atmosphere? Let me take a swig while I think about this thing. All right. I want to ask y'all, who is your favorite quarterback in this draft? This is including Trevor Lawrence. Who do y'all think is the guy that we're going to be watching in a few years playing the Super Bowl or winning MVPs or making deep playoff runs? Who do you think is the guy we're going to be hearing his name? Like we hear Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, and all these guys. Who do y'all think is going to be the guy in this year's draft? Coach Let's Get It said he would go with that edge rusher in this year's draft. Coach Let's Get It said he want to get to the quarterback. He said he like Tack. Get to the quarterback. But who's the guy that y'all would take if y'all want to start? And this isn't the Falcons, because look, there's people in here from all kinds of teams. Who would you take to start your franchise if you had a franchise and you had to take a quarterback? Who are you taking to start your franchise with? And like I said, this isn't the Falcons. This is just starting a team. Who are you taking? Who's your guy? Who's the guy that you're gonna hit your wagon to? I just want to see if, number one, the reason I'm asking this is because I want to see. You know what? I'm not gonna say that. I want to see the answers first, and then I'm gonna let y'all know what I'm thinking. Y'all know I always got to tell you what I'm thinking. I always got to tell you what I'm thinking. So I want to see what y'all answers are first, and then we'll take it from there. Definitely. Now, while y'all put y'all answers in, y'all heard me tell y'all to make sure that you hit that like button. I also want to let y'all know, don't keep a good thing to yourself. I know y'all like chopping it up with Big Low Country and everything, but y'all make sure that y'all tell your family and friends about Big Low Country so they can come in and join this coaching staff too. Everybody like to talk about sports, so y'all make sure that y'all share Big Low Country Sports page to everybody. All right, so let me see what everybody's talking about here. Troy Aikman said he'd go with Zach Wilson. All right, okay. That's my favorite quarterback. I ain't trying to bias no opinions. I'm just saying that's my favorite guy. Maurice Amy says, I say it's going to be Mac Jones. Okay. And look, the reason why we having this conversation in the first place is because we're talking about how everybody is going to fare after the pro days. So after these pro days and everything, we this is why Coach Maurice, he still rolled with Mac Jones, even after everybody saying his pro day was kind of shaky. Everybody saying pro day was kind of iffy. Everybody that's joining, I'm asking if you can start an NFL franchise today with this draft, who's the quarterback you starting your team with? Triple G says Zach Wilson has the best arm talent out of all the other quarterbacks in this draft. Okay. Coach Roney said, I don't have one, but I'm liking Trevor Lawrence's hair. What? His hair? Okay. All right. Y'all pay Coach Roney no attention.
So I can't express myself.
No, now we talking about football. His hair ain't got nothing to do with his arm and his decision making.
I can pick a quarterback for whatever reason I want.
Okay, all right. So Coach Roney's vote is disqualified. So Corey Harris says, I like Lance. But it says Mon. Wow, Kellen Mond made it. You know what? He might be that guy. He might be like the Russell Wilson, who just comes in and all of a sudden, we're like, man, why ain't nobody was considering Kellen Mond? Now, let's see here. Jake Fromm, what in the world? Out of this draft, but no, Jake Fromm. I'm sorry. Tory Wright says Trey Lance, and the best quarterback in this draft. Watch what I tell you. Okay, all right, ain't nothing wrong with that. Dan Connor said Trevor Lawrence, been watching him since Elite 11. Wow. Okay. Maurice Amos says Mac Jones. ATM says Kellen Mond. Tony Wright says Trey Lance, accuracy, mobility, ball placement, and he called his own plays in college. Wow, I didn't know. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize he called all his own plays in college. That's crazy. That's crazy. Blitz says Trask. Okay, Trask. No, people sleep on Trask now. Kyle Trask, he's came in and he's kind of, because we know that Florida offense, they were kind of stagnant for a minute there. Kyle Trask came in and next thing you know, they kind of balled out. They were looking serious. Of course, my homeboy Brandon, he's gonna say Justin Fields. Where's Joseph Thornton when you need him to bring the oil? Where in the world? Asia Green says Mac Jones might go to the 49ers. Yeah. If y'all seen the video that I put up, I think the day before yesterday, that's exactly what we were saying. He might go to the 49ers. It might be it'll throw the whole world for a loop if it happens. Tony Wright said Trey Lance throws the ball to a spot like Matt Ryan does. He throws the ball where it's supposed to be. All right. So my homeboy Tony Wright, he just took his shirt off. All right. Now, let's see here. So everybody's putting all right, so everybody put their vote in. Triple G said, Lance not my favorite. I'm probably going to go with Lawrence. And in parentheses, he says, not because of his hair. You heard that, Coach?
Actually, if you read Triple G's comment earlier, he said if he cuts his hair, he'll lose all his quarterback abilities.
What in the world? What's everybody? What in the world? Why is everybody so impressed with Trevor Lawrence's hair?
You were hating on my comment.
Okay, all right. I don't know what's this about Trevor Lawrence's hair. Basically, my thing is that, and the point I was kind of getting to is that we don't know. We just don't know. It's like, so everybody, it's a foregone conclusion that your boy Trevor Lawrence is going to be this generational talent, the top quarterback. We're going to be saying his name 8 years from now, like Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. But question is this just because he's popular? Is this just because Trevor Lawrence is popular? I guess I'm hating on the hair because I guess that's why I'm hating on the hair, y'all. I need to get right. I need to get Trevor Lawrence on. I need to search YouTube for some hair plugs. That's what I need to do. Oh man. But yeah. The thing is that it's one of those situations where I think Trevor Lawrence is just popular. If we look at the body of work of all guys, it may be one of those cases where the Jaguars are doing a disservice to themselves. And I know that it's hard to kind of go against the grain and go against the golden child with the beautiful long blonde locks, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. My homeboy, let's get it, GA, representing the Falcons all day, said that it's a gut feeling. He feels it coming. He's saying that he thinks that the Falcons are going to take Kyle Pitts because the Falcons aren't just dating Kyle Pitts. They've had 3 interviews together. And my homeboy Devon Stanford earlier, he said that the Falcons and Kyle Pitts, they're not just talking, and they ain't just sending texts at 2:00 in the morning asking what you're doing. I said they're having relations. My homeboy Tony Wright, our resident GM, he says our draft, number 1, Patrick Surtain, number 2, Vontae Williams, number 2, Patrick Jones. That's what I'm talking about, coach. Patrick Jones. Number 3, Trey Smith. Liam Eisenberg. Number 3, Andre Cisco. Man, what? Tony Wright, did you watch my mock draft or something, Bo? You got me thinking you were watching a mock draft or something. But yeah, definitely. I think that's a good draft. I think that's a good draft, man. I think that's a good draft. And that's exactly the point I was getting to. Let's get it, GA. They said the exact same thing about Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck, he just kind of quit. I mean, if we're being completely honest, he just kind of quit. He said that he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it no more. Now, Andrew Luck got passes. Let's be honest. Andrew Luck got passes. And the reason I say this is because Andrew Luck, he came out his first year. He didn't look all that. I remember who won the Rookie of the Year that year. RG3 under Kyle Shanahan, the best coach in the NFL. Getting naked right now for Kyle Shanahan. But anyway, fact of the matter is that whenever Andrew Luck would just take shots downfield, throwing caution to the wind, get interceptions, they'll say, oh my goodness, that was so smart, because if you think about it, it was third down, so it was basically like a punt. Like, what? Like, why are y'all just getting naked for this dude? Because his name is Andrew Luck. He threw an interception, bro. What in the world? He threw an interception on third down. Well, I mean, they were down by 10 points, and it was third down. It was basically a punt. Just the sheer brilliance of Andrew Luck. He's the best quarterback in life. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. It's a family show. You can't get naked. You can't get naked. Oh man. But yeah, I definitely think that the only reason why Trevor Lawrence is being considered as the top quarterback in this draft is because he's popular. I mean, let's be honest. Why isn't that the case for Mac Jones? Because of the whole stigma of Alabama quarterbacks. It's the truth. The whole stigma of Alabama quarterbacks, they think Alabama quarterbacks aren't good. They're gonna be looking crazy. And Mac Jones is legitimately truth when he come out here and just burn everybody's draws off. And Trevor Lawrence is over here looking like Derek Carr. They're gonna be looking crazy if that's the case. But you can't get caught up in the popularity contest. Man. Marius Amy said Cisco's going in the second round, Bo. You doggone right. Andre Cisco. Oh man, y'all crazy. Coach Runner said, stop saying that quitter's name. I'm still disgusted about how he left. Ugh. Man, I guess if he would have grew his hair out like Trevor Lawrence, you would have been good with you, Coach. Oh, it would have been less painful. Well, I don't know if you know this, but Justin Herbert cut his hair. Yeah, Justin Herbert cut his hair. So I'm sorry, y'all. My wife has this huge crush on Justin Herbert. Why, I don't know. It kind of makes me feel weird. It makes me feel weird. I'd be like, this dude ugly. So she thinks I'm ugly. Like, what in the world? I look at him, she think he's beautiful. Like, I'm just by deductive reasoning, I'm like, well, wait a minute. She think he's She said the same thing about Rajon Rondo when he played with the Celtics. She was like, oh my God, Rajon Rondo, he's so handsome. I was like, Rajon Rondo? So you think Rajon Rondo? I was looking at myself a little bit longer in the mirror in the morning. I was like, man, Rajon Rondo? My homeboy, let's get it. GA said, nah, let's call it what it is, coach. He was getting ate up, and it took a toll on him. Why you think Russell Wilson throwing his offensive lineman under the bus now? Yeah, man. And you know, it's like I tell people this all the time. The reason why Andrew Luck left is because of generational wealth. Simply plain. The boy daddy played in the league for years. Like, they had money. Like, they weren't making the kind of money they're making now, but Andrew Luck's daddy also made some very, very good investments, and he's also like part owner in the XFL. Like, if you part owner in XFL, like, you know that you got some kind of bank. So Andrew Luck wasn't in a situation where he had to play. You know, I know that we kind of going off topic. It's kind of like Eli Manning. I remember when Eli Manning came to the NFL, and they was like, oh yeah, the Chargers are going to take Eli Manning. And next thing you know, Eli Manning like, nah, I ain't finna go to the Chargers. I was like, wait, what? I just gonna say you ain't going somewhere. Eli Manning said, nah, I ain't finna go to the Chargers. He's like, I'll take the picture with the jersey and everything, but I ain't going to the Chargers. You know why Eli Manning could do that? Because his daddy played, his brother played. Eli Manning was like, man, I ain't finna do that. I can just go be a lawyer or something. I'm good. You know, it was the truth. Their younger brother, who they say was a very good football player as well. Next thing you know, their younger brother was like, nah, I don't think I'm going to go to the NFL. What did Eli Manning brother do? What did Peyton Manning brother do? He became a lawyer. It's the truth. It's the truth, man. So, I mean, yeah, I think that's definitely the case, Coach. Let's get it. It's the hits took a toll on him, and it wasn't as easy as it was when he played in Stanford, where he was playing against Texas State University. You know, it's not the same. It's not the same. Now, Triple G said Zach Wilson family rich too, Big Low. Oh, I ain't know that. Ain't it ironic how the rich kid is always the quarterback? That's ironic, right? Well, the rich, like, think about that. You don't never see guys in the NFL who their family were rich and they linebackers. You don't never see that. But the guys that just coming to the NFL, they rich. You know, I mean, I ain't gonna say that because you got some players who are they're juniors and their dads played before, but you know, just the guys whose dad were like, you know, they had a bunch of oil rigs like Johnny Manziel. Like Johnny Manziel, he came to he got that first opportunity as a quarterback for a reason. You know, I coached on a high school team where our quarterback, you know, the dad had money. Kid sucked. He was terrible. The kid was terrible, you know, but we had to do what we had to do for the Booster Club, you know. So I hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Wait a minute. Who did talk about who looked like a cricket?
He said John Rondo looks like a cricket.
Trey. Yeah, that's what I said. And then she told me, oh my God, Rajon Rondo, he's so handsome. I'm like, what in the world? This is what we doing.
I said when I was in high school.
She said when she was in high school, she thought Rajon Rondo was handsome. So now I'm saying here, ever since then, every time I see Rajon Rondo, I'm like, oh man. So this is handsome. That's oh man. What's going on, Derek Britt? I see you in here. Derek Britt said he thinks that Fields will be better. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you who I think is gonna be better. Whoever playing with Kyle Shanahan. That's who's gonna be better, in my opinion. Trust the Shanahan. You know, shouts out to my homeboys, the Saints fans at PRO Pro Network. My homeboy Big Q. They got a stand over there. They said, trust the Peyton. Well, trust the Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan all day. Oh, even though he stiffed us multiple times. It's a love-hate relationship. Wow, Devon. Wow, Devon. Rondo looks like a walking mannequin. Really? Oh man. Daniel Connor said, do I think the Falcons will have any international games this year? To be completely honest with you, Bo, I don't know, but I'm legitimately saving money right now because my wife told me wherever it's going to be, we got to go. So I'm sitting here literally, I'm sitting here not eating now to save money because she's saying, "Oh, if the game in London, we going." I'm like, "Well, what in the world, Coach Ronnie? What about the pandemic?" She's like, "Brought the pandemic. If the game in London, we going. We're gonna have our shots." I like. So I don't know. I'm watching with a very my wallet is watching with a very strong anticipation of whether or not we have international games. Oh man, ATM, he said that Wilson, he has character issues and he feels entitled. I mean, look, that's the question. Whenever you grow up rich like that, you one out of two people. Thing is, Andrew Luck, he was a good guy. You know, he hit people that hit him, people knock his block off. He'll get up and say, "Hey man, good hit." Now we don't know if he was just saying that because he had the mic on. we don't know, but I seen people hit him. Be like, "Oh man, that was a good hit. You really got me that time." Meanwhile, Johnny Manziel is over here in a bathroom in Las Vegas doing who knows what with who knows who. So yeah, man, it's legitimately, you know, you got these guys. Oh, I didn't know that. Troy Aikman said Tom Brady grew up rich. I did not know that. I did not know that. Let's get it said. Trust Shanahan until there's 5 minutes left in the Super Bowl. We should know. 49ers should know too. See, and the thing is that all you have to do is whenever you get the 6 minutes left, say, "Hey coach, let me get your headset." That's all you gotta do. If you do that, you're good to go. If you're in the Super Bowl or you're in an important game and there's 6 minutes left, like, "Hey coach, let me get that headset off of you." They say, "No, you good." Oh, Tony Wright said that there won't be any international games this year, Coach Ronnie. So, yeah, man, that's man. I'm sorry, baby. Oh man. Triple G said Kyle Shanahan stiffed us again on this draft by trading with the Dolphins. Surprised they pick up his calls. Man, why y'all don't like Kyle Shanahan, man? Kyle Shanahan's a good guy. You know. Derek Britt said Kyle Shanahan not that good. I mean, yeah, I definitely I definitely understand that, man. You know, I just looked at what he's done in the past. You know, what he's done in the past. I mean, you got to give the guys credit. If he coaches on a team that has a piece of a defense, they got a chance to make a run, which they legitimately did. Which they legitimately did last year. I mean, the year before last, they made a run to the Super Bowl and should have won it. Should have won it. Definitely. ATM says, Big Low, not sure you're going to do film breakdowns on these teams, but I'm watching the Cowboys, Rams, 49ers, and Jets as much as the Falcons now. Can't wait to see Shanahan and Raheem, Quinn, and Ulbrich mess up. That's crazy. You ain't right, Bo. You ain't right. Oh, man. Raymond, what's going on, Raymond Elder? Raymond Elder says, we don't need Kyle Pitts. We need some defense. So you're thinking, Raymond, that, and you know, so basically, the premise that everybody had, the premise that everybody had, not just Falcons fans, but football fans in general that were in this chat earlier tonight, and I'm not going to say everybody, it was like half and half. We didn't take a vote, but it was like half and half. But the premise was, so if you have needs, would you pass up on those needs to get a generational talent? You know? So is it one of those situations where you say, well, look, I'm not going to trade back and get a pass rusher because I got this guy who could be the equivalent of Uncle Shan, the equivalent of Shannon Sharp, the equivalent of a Travis Kelce, the equivalent of a, you know, George Kittle. Or, you know, do you look around and say, well, look, we also have Hayden Hurst here. And don't forget, I think Julio Jones is lined up at that X receiver like 80% of the game. And Calvin Ridley just had 1,000 yards over here. Russell Gage, he over here acting crazy, trying to jump over everybody and run everybody over. I think we might be all right on the pass catchers. You know? So it's just one of those situations, man. It's one of those situations. Brandon Levy, I ain't seen you in a minute, Bo. Man, I missed the scissors, man. I missed the scissors. We were letting all them people go, and I ain't see the first. Coach Ronald was the only person putting the scissors in here, Brandon. Oh, man. Tony Wright says, Big Low, question. Remember, I'm Super Bowl 51. When we didn't run the ball on second and third downs, it was pushed back. Why not have Matt Bryant attempt the field goal? I believe it would have been a 59-yarder. Bo, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. As far as that Super Bowl, I ain't watched it since it happened. I remember exactly what you're talking about. I remember running. Then I remember throwing, holding penalty, Jake Matthews. Then I remember incomplete pass. So, hey, I don't know. That's why you said, hey coach, let me get your headset. It's that time. That's why that's what you need to do. You do that, you're good. You do that, you're good. There go the scissors. There go the scissors from Brandon. Oh, man. Y'all crazy, man. Brandon said, when the Falcons drafting a good running back? You know what? That's a good question. Will that be this year? Will that legitimately be this year? Because if we think about it, so first of all, I want to let y'all know, I think Mike Davis is a pretty good doggone running back. I think people might be kind of sleeping on how good Mike Davis is for the Falcons. I think out of all the running backs that have gone to other teams, And I want everybody to think about this with me. And this is for the fans of other teams as well. Y'all think about this. Out of all the running backs that went in free agency, is there a running back that's better than Mike Davis that went to a different team? I know Mark Ingram. I know he went to Houston, right? I think Mike Davis is better than Mark Ingram. He forced the fourth most missed tackles in the league last season. You know? So it's just one of those situations, man. It's just one of those situations. Michael Walker said he ain't watched that Super Bowl himself. It's tough, man. It's tough. You gotta put the scissors up for it. You gotta cut it out. Oh man. Yeah, so I mean, look, as far as drafting a running back, first of all, after further consideration, I'm thinking that Najee Harris isn't going to be. He's not going to be making it to that second round. I think the Buffalo Bills are taking Najee Harris. I think that's the case. Ty Dollar, what in the world, bro? What's going on with you, fam? Hope you're doing good. Hope everybody doing good on your side. Coach Ghost Peppers, what in the world, bro? Coach Ghost Pepper said Thomas Dimitrov made our Falcons so cap poor. The last time they smelled a high meal was with a rich man party. Hey, them hard times, bro. That's them Dusty Rose hard times. Oh man. Tony Wright said Mike Davis is the best. Yes. So Mike Davis, he's the best running back pickup. He definitely is. Now, Triple G said that they think the Ravens are taking Najee Harris. Now, I think Najee Harris is going to the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills they've ascended. So they were like at the brink of being an elite team in the NFL. The only issue that they had was running the ball. You know, their offensive line wasn't the best, but it was one of those cases where if you get a guy who could legitimately run in between the tackles, you ain't got to do nothing special. You ain't got to do nothing special. I just need 3 yards. I need 3 yards twice and 4 yards once. That's all I need. You give me that, I'm good, boy. You ain't got to give me nothing else. You ain't got to give me nothing else. So yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I think Najee Harris is going to go to the Bills. I thought that if there may be a possibility he might make it to the second round, but I don't think it's going to happen. So with getting Mike Davis, I think it's a better chance now. Y'all see how excited I'm getting? I think it's a better chance now that the Atlanta Falcons might get my boy Kenneth Gainwell from Memphis. If that happens, I'll be ecstatic. I would be absolutely ecstatic if we got Kenneth Gainwell from Memphis. Definitely. Now moving forward, because I was also talking to me and Coach Ronnie, we were talking about this a little bit earlier because we were saying that offensive linemen, this is one of those situations where they definitely have to. There's a lot of teams that need offensive linemen. We know what situation the Chiefs are in. We know that they need an offensive lineman. They need a couple of offensive linemen. They need an offensive lineman, not like I need $100 in my pocket right now. So they need one bad. Now moving forward, I'm eager to see where Slater goes. Northwestern. Besides Penei Sewell, who's y'all's favorite offensive lineman in this draft? I mean, it doesn't even have to be the sexy tackles. Everybody get naked for the tackles. What in the world? Coach Coach Roman said she votes for Chuba strictly because of she voted for one person because of his hair.
I can vote for whatever reason I want.
And she voted for, you hear the background. I can vote for whatever reason. Okay. So she voted for Trevor Lawrence because of his hair. And then she voted for Chuba because of his name. Like, what in the world? What's going on here? Oh, man. So Brandon Levy, he says that this is a deep O-line class. Like that big Deontay Brown at guard, boy. He a man eater. I almost guarantee he got a hot dog on the back of his neck. I almost guarantee you. Oh man, Vera Tucker, he's definitely a good one too. Definitely. Now, Slater's the guy that I like, man. I really like Slater. He has all the tools. If you watch him, and you know what I'm saying, it's one of those situations where he has a great hand placement, he has a great foot placement, and it's like everybody think about offensive linemen, they think I just want the guy that's strong. I don't need you to be strong and run people over. I just need you to get in somebody's way and make sure that you have your back turned to whoever has the ball. Right or wrong. That's all I need. You know, so Devon said, Coach, I'm about to start roasting someone again. TD. Oh, man. Reggie C2K said, Ronnie has spoken. Coach Ronnie has spoken. Why is everybody... Wait a minute. Hold on. What in the world? This is Big Low Country Sports. Coach Ronnie ain't got nothing on me. Oh, man. Wow. But yeah, I definitely think Slater. I think he's going to be a really good pick. Now, moving forward, I think that there's a good possibility that either Slater or that tackle from Virginia Tech, I think they might go to the Washington Redskins, to be completely honest with you. I know that these pro days, I legitimately don't think that they're going to make that much of a difference. I legitimately don't. Troy Aikman says Landon Dickerson from Alabama. Alabama is another one of those schools where people kind of, think that they're supposed to have these dominant offensive linemen, but whenever they get in the NFL, man, you like, man, well, doggone, like, what in the world? What's going on? Devon said, all right, now, Coach, you're going to be sleeping on that ceiling in the living room.
Pull out.
I'll be able to pull out. Anthony Jones, what in the world, Coach? Hope you're doing good, family. Hope you're doing good. Now, there was one question that I did want to ask everybody. And that question is, because, we're talking about this whole NFL draft and how it kind of correlates with the pro days. And man, this is like one of the busiest times of the year for me as a content creator. But do you think that the pro days make a difference? Like, do you think so let me ask you this. If you were a GM, do you think and you went to someone's pro day and they just perform well, kind of like a Justin Fields, would that sway you on how you view that player moving forward? Or, is it just one of those cases where you seen what you needed to see and you good to go? I just want to know what y'all think. Blitz said, get Sam Darnold. Look, man, I don't think Sam Darnold's a bad quarterback. He's still young. Now we gotta keep him from kissing people because he always trying to get that mono from the girls and stuff. You know, so if we keep him kissing people all the time, we'll be in good shape. Oh man, let's get GA said no. Pro days are overrated. Okay. Andy Jones says, nah, we done seen so many players to get it on pro day and play like boo boo in real life. I've been day one since A1 because boo boo. Oh man. Devon said TD looked like he selects his players through Oh, Devon said TD looks like he selected his players through Pro Football Focus. You crazy, boy. I don't know why they got to me so bad. Pro Football Focus, boy, that's rough right there. Oh, now, yeah, I look, I don't know. I don't know what Thomas Dimitroff was thinking. Sometimes I think some of them years he must have been out in the back drinking with Steve Sarkisian before he came into the draft room or something. I don't know, but ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. Now, Coach Roney said, this is my first year actually paying attention to pro days, but in my opinion, they don't seem like an accurate representation of players. I watched Mac Jones during the season, but his pro day sucked. Okay. I hear you, Coach. Coach Roney trying to, okay then. GM Roney doing a thing. Brandon Levy said Mac Jones is a career backup. Devon said, I told you I'm about to roast him. Oh man, Brandon Griswold said, agree, Roney. Pro day can only do about much player is not accurate or equivalent to the on-field performance. And, you know, that's kind of the point that we were making. You know, go out here and run a 4.40 and throw some pretty passes, but unless it's an actual game simulation, you know, we don't really know what's going on. I mean, I really don't think senior days are a good fan simulation, a good game simulation. And the reason I say that is because it's one of those situations where they're playing against other college players. You got to remember, some of those college players, they still ain't put their man weight on yet. You know, I tell y'all all the times about the different kind of strengths. You know, you got your grown man strong, old man strong, country strong. Coach Ron don't believe in country strong, but it's the truth. It's the truth. What's going on, Coach Wallace? I was just talking about you, man. I was talking about how you introduced Awe to me. And you know, I think I agree with you. After looking at his film, I think that he might be a better player than Michael Parsons. You know, and it's one of those situations where these are things that a lot of teams have to consider, because you know, when you go into these pro days and you look at them and you say, well, wait a minute, these guys, they kind of look the same. Why can't I just get this guy in the next round instead of getting Michael Parsons in the first round? I can just trade back and get an Iowa. You know, I get a Lexus when I can get a Toyota. Everybody got that, Dad. It gets you from point A to point B, don't it? You good then. You know. Now, my homeboy Maurice Amy, he said, Jesse Fields? You talk about Justin Fields? I hope you ain't talking about Justin Fields, because my homeboy, let's get GA. You know, he gonna get naked on you real quick, and you don't want to fight somebody when you're naked. Well, I'm sorry, when they naked. That's rough. That's rough. Troy Aikman said country strength is real, Coach. You heard that, Coach Ron. Country strength is real. It's a real thing. Quest King 710 says, I want to see them running the 40 in them pads. And that's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. Can't swing them arms in them pads. Them pads, they'll put an extra 10 pounds on you quick. Or at least it feel like it anyway. The pads ain't no joke, boy. The pads ain't no joke. Devon said Thomas Dimitrov and Dirk Cutter walking around with holes in their heads as well as their socks. What in the world? I can't stand to see holes in socks. You can ask Coach Rody. I buy socks like once every 2 months. I don't like socks looking worn at all. I like the feel of the new socks. There's a pet peeve. Oh man. Now Coach Wallace, he just joined the party. He said, Big Low, would you be mad if we draft Pitts with the 4th pick? Man. You know what? I think I would be a little upset, to be completely honest with you. And it's like I've considered what everyone thinks, and for everyone else in here that are not Falcons fans, he's asking, would I be mad if the Falcons drafted Pitts with that 4th pick? I think I would be upset because I think we got a lot of pass catchers. I think Hayden Hurst is a very good pass catcher, and I feel like if we draft Kyle Pitts this year in the draft, we're going to be doing the same thing that we've always done. We're going to be going backwards instead of going forwards. I understand he's a generational talent and everything like that, but do you know how many generational talents are on different teams that don't win Super Bowls and championships? Because Larry Fitzgerald was a generational talent, right? And he only went to 1 Super Bowl whenever he had a complete team. You know what I'm saying? There's so many. Dan Marino was a generational talent, but he didn't win a Super Bowl. It's complete teams win Super Bowls, so it's like it's sexy to look at, and they put up all these big numbers, and all of this. Like JJ Watt is a generational talent. JJ Watt ain't winning Super Bowls by himself, so it's one of those situations where you can't really. I don't want to risk it all for this one player because at the end of the day, this one player can't play defense for me. And I hate to say that's the case because I know that everybody's on the Kyle Pitts train. And I think it's a strong possibility that we could take Kyle Pitts. If I'm at that 4th pick, I'm like, well, it could possibly be a need because we know that Arthur Smith likes to run 2 tight end sets. I also know that we picked up there's 2 other tight ends on the roster, and we picked one up recently. So it's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. So it's 6 or a half dozen for me, man. I don't really know. I don't really know. Roddy Brown says we could trade back twice and possibly come out with 2 first-round picks and have a few mid-rounds and be set for 2022. I mean, yeah, that's true. Maurice Amy, Justin Fields is nothing but a 3 and out, and he will be 3 years and he'll be out. Look, you never know. You never know. You might look at 2031, we might be looking like, man, boy, we should have got Justin Fields. You never know. We're going to be all sitting around with that. We should have got Justin Fields' face. So you never know, man. Coach Ronald, he's in here hating, talk about country strength is fake. Tony Wright says country strength is real. Herschel Walker down there in Johnson County, down there in me and Coach Wallace Smith's neck of the woods. Bo Jackson, the late great Reggie White were all country strong, Coach Ronnie. They were all country strong. Ty Dollar, what's going on, fam? I see you in here chilling out with us. He said, I disagree. Fields is going to break the stigma surrounding Ohio State quarterbacks. And that might be the case. You never know. Ty Dolla said that. Ty Dolla said that 4 is too high to draft a tight end, in my opinion. Levon said, "I'm sorry, Coach. I'm gonna stop roasting TD and take away from the show." You good, Coach? Tell us how you feeling. Tell us how you feeling. As long as what you doing is a good spirit, we are completely fine with it. You feel like roasting TD, you roast TD. As long as they good vibes, we good with you. Oh man. Antonio Holloway said, man, you know what, guys? I'm starting to like Pitts a little more. I'm starting to get a little naked for Pitts. That's basically what he said. Oh man. Nah, man. I mean, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm starting to like Pitts too, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You know, I'm getting put in a tough situation where I have to make a pick, and you know, and with that situation, if I can't move, I have to legitimately pull the trigger on what I'm going to do, you know. So it's definitely one of those cases, man, where you know it's going to be interesting moving forward. With this draft, this is going to be one of the most polarizing drafts in Atlanta Falcons history. And the reason why I say that is because if you do one thing, half the people going to love it, half the people going to hate it. If you do another thing, the other half of the people are going to love it, and the other half of the people are going to hate it. You know, it's just one of those things. Antonio Holloway said, I don't trust Kyle Shanahan. Imagine him taking picks. Kyle Shanahan's getting a quarterback, man. I don't think you got to worry about him taking picks. And I you know what? I'm just sitting here thinking about it. I don't know if Kyle Pitts, like, what happens if he's not the guy that everybody think he is? If Kyle Pitts ain't that dude, like, what happens if he's a David Njoku? And everybody's like, man, he was supposed to be the dude. He was supposed to be the guy. You know? Wilder Smith says, well, if you get Pitts, we will have the Chiefs, and they have interviewed him twice already, and they're looking to interview him later on. So that might be a sign that we're going to draft him. Now, look, they said that someone said earlier that they've interviewed him 3 times. So, you know, this relationship is starting to get a little hot and heavy, starting to get a little steamy between the Falcons and the Justin Pitts, Kyle Pitts camp. It's starting to get a little steamy and hot and heavy. So, look, they might be making that commitment soon. They might be trying to put a ring on it. Robert, what in the world, Bo? He said, to be honest, Trey Lance, age, timeline, doesn't line up with the rest of Matt's contract. QB could be in the play. Man. So I don't know who in here follows me on Twitter, but on Twitter, like, it seems like every day there's a Matt Ryan discussion. Oh my goodness. I don't know why in the world people talk about Matt Ryan so much. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying that they think it might be time. They thinking that it might be time. I think I agree with you on this one, Tony. Right? I think Kyle Pitts might go to Philly. That might be the move. That Kyle Pitts could go to. As a matter of fact, while we're talking about this, where do y'all think Kyle Pitts would go to? Where do y'all think Kyle Pitts would go to? I think Philly could be a good move. I also think that, you know, somebody might legitimately get caught up in this whole generational talent thing. But y'all seen my draft. I also think that Kyle Pitts could go to the Arizona Cardinals. I think that could be a huge possibility as well. So let's see here. Let's see what everybody's thinking. Y'all let me know where y'all think Kyle Pitts is going to go in this draft coming up. because that's basically what we're doing after these pro days that happened and everybody's finished getting naked. We're talking about where everybody's gonna go. Coach Ronnie, I'm hungry. We ordering a pizza or something? Oh, okay. My stomach about to touch my backbone over here. Let's see. Ty Dolla says he thinks that Kyle Pitts is gonna go to Miami at 6. I can definitely see that. I mean, they got Mike Gesicki though. I know he got hurt last year. Mike Gesicki, he's that dude. People sleep on Gesicki. You know, and Tony Wright, he said a little bit earlier. He said a little bit earlier that he thinks that he's going to go to Philly. Daniel Conner said, remember Hayden Hurst was a first-round tight end. Do we really need 2 first-round tight ends? And that's kind of what I'm saying, Daniel. Blitz said he thinks he's going to the ATL. Brandon said Philly if he makes it past Atlanta. Now, Coach Wilder said, "Oh, you know how it is when you start getting them second and third interviews, you usually get hired." That is true. That is true. They tell you to come back for that third interview. You be like, you start making plans. You start sitting down writing, "Dear current job, I regret to inform you." Oh man, Coach Ronnie put the mock draft. She put the mock draft in the comments here. Brandon Levy said Pitts in the top 7, no doubt. Where you think he's going though, B? You think he's gonna go to the Falcons or? Ty Dolla said, "Oh yeah, I forgot about him. My bad, Logan." No man, ain't no problem, folks. Ain't no problem. Ghost Pepper said, "I can see the Eagles drafting Kyle Pitts." I mean, because you got to remember they let Zach Ertz go. I thought Zach Ertz might have been an option for the Falcons. To be completely honest with you, I thought that him and Hayden Hurst that would have been a heck of a combination. But apparently that didn't work out well. We know that Zach, he's not the same guy that he was 3-4 years ago, but I still think he could be a baller as a second tight end. Go ahead and run that. Chalk that up to the game, bro. Chalk that up to the game. But yeah, man. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting, man. Definitely going to be interesting. Well, look, man, I definitely appreciate everybody for chilling out with Old Country Boy tonight. Thank y'all so much. So, look, we're definitely going to be trying to get together a little bit later on this week. I definitely hope that y'all do a Country Boy a favor and hit that like button. I definitely hope y'all do a Country Boy a favor. And if it's your first time chilling out with us, or second, third, fourth time, and you haven't subscribed yet, what in the world, bro? You might as well just hit that subscribe button for me. Definitely. Make sure that you don't keep a good thing to yourself. And make sure that you share Big Dog Country Sports with your friends and family. I think we 20-something away from 500. We're about to get 500 subscribers. So y'all make sure if you haven't subscribed yet, you subscribe and you go ahead and share Big Low Country Sports to your friends and family. And we're gonna do it big. We almost at 500. So look, man, I really appreciate it. I appreciate the love. We at the second half of the week. It's all downhill from here now. So y'all make sure that y'all stay safe and y'all be easy, man. Don't do nothing that I would do. Rise up. 8 times down.